The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Right to the air is Daniels. Open man is Noah Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, it's Daniels. Flush to his right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's Eckler again. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Now Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense. Stop him short of the first down. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Daniels going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., 14 yards. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they try the sweep to Jones. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Meanwhile, Darnold's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Now Darnold wants to change it up. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Here is 3rd and 5. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see? Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Daniels looking to throw. Ertz over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Once more, here's Eckler. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time. And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on. It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Darnold finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold from the red zone now. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Darnold to throw again. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with us to help us get back. Into this.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Up the middle, Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain
double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. And Darnold's going to change the play. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. An inside give to Jones. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll go with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second and a couple.
A give to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Again, it's Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
62 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. In motion left goes a tight end.
Jones is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
The Commanders' defense looking for a stop here. It's 3rd and goal.
Here's Jones. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Justin Jefferson,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this 4th quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because you had the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run.
Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. Touchdown, Vikings!
Justin Jefferson,
29 yards.
And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. To throw is Daniels. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, it took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.